Haleta village, Rarumana, in the western province of the Solomon Islands. Here the ocean not only sustains life but it also fuels innovation and provides economic opportunities for the community. In this short documentary, we dive into the story of Haleta Seaweed, a locally owned farming business led by Wilfred Luiramo. Together with the young people of Rarumana, Wilfred is building a sustainable future. Seaweed is a growing industry in the Solomon Islands. In Rarumana, Haleta Seaweed is at the forefront, pioneering sustainable practices and empowering youth to create livelihoods from the ocean.
Haleta Seaweed started in 2022, April, during the COVID-19 period. But then start after the COVID-19 hit Solomon Islands, we started, and then I formally registered Haleta Seaweed with Company House on the 22nd of April 2022. And the whole idea behind establishing Haleta Seaweed is to engage small groups, families, and members of the community to engage in economic activities in the rural area.
Wilfred said that seaweed farming is one of those areas where you don't really need an expert to get started. That's why he inspired to dive into seaweed farming.
Seaweed farming is one of the sectors where you don't need people with expertise to involve. Even those young students, unemployed, or those that don't have formal education can still engage and earn income out of. And I see seaweed farming as an inclusive economic activity where most or every rural citizen can engage in. In some sectors, only certified or qualified people can engage, but seaweed farming is a trade where everyone can engage. So that is why I am motivated to engage in seaweed farming.
We asked Wilfred about the community involvement in seaweed farming, especially the participation of young people.
Community engagement is, at this stage, I would say we have around 40 to 60% young people engaged in seaweed farming. This is for Rarumana community, and the engage was again influenced by the amount of pressure they experience from the society, where there is inflation, there is increased cost of living. Even in the rural area, they experience these challenges. So that is how they engage.
Wilfred said that his vision is to increase seaweed production in Rarumana. He also wanted to ensure that everyone in the community has access to the materials and tools that they need for seaweed farming, so they can contribute to the growth of the rural economy.
One of my vision is to ensure we first increase our seaweed production, and then to ensure that every citizen in our community have equal access to seaweed material, seaweed tools, and to ensure we can contribute effectively to rural economic activities. That's one. The other thing, in the bigger picture, we plan to continue grow our small business, and if there is a possibility in the future when we have a good quantity of seaweed production, we plan to go into exporting our seaweed to Asian countries or even countries in Europe.
Wilfred said that young people from Rarumana who drop out of high school in Honiara and are struggling to find jobs should return to the village and get involved in seaweed farming.
My advice for young people with no university or high school certificate or whatever, they should just come back and engage. Young people might have different interests in different sectors or different disciplines, but for those that can't make a living in town or can't get a job, this is where we have a job waiting for them. The seaweed industry is waiting for every young people that feels they don't have a space in other sectors. Seaweed is not a new industry in Rarumana. Over time, it has been here for 36 years, but there is no fixed commitment. There is no proper support, and that is why we still have low production at this stage. But if we are supported by the government through strong seaweed policies, I believe we can boost that industry in the next 5 to 10 years.
The heart of Haleta Seaweed is its partnership with the youth of Rarumana. Their involvement has brought new energy and excitement to the business. Many farmers are shy to speak on camera, but we caught up with Max Pai, a seaweed farmer, who shared how seaweed farming has benefited him and made a positive impact on his family.
Seaweed farming. Okay. From there now, so me became income for supporting family loan. Especially school fee and pay something for picking for school.
Seaweed farming is a careful and hands-on process that depends on teamwork and dedication. It starts with planting the seaweed in the water, where it is carefully monitored as it grows. Once ready, the seaweed is harvested and then brought to the shore, where it is cleaned and prepared for drying. The drying process is crucial as it ensures the seaweed stay fresh and meet quality standards. Each step from planting to drying plays an important role in producing high-quality seaweed that can meet market demands.
Atem come here, atem got a rope, then put them on bed.
Yeah.
I got seaweed here. Okay, then you treat them on the bed, and you label them too. Seaweed on bed here. Okay, after that one, then dry 'em. After 1 week or 1 past weeks, depend on sun. If them dry out them, and you will put them on bike. From bed, you will have him put them on bike. Then go set there. Then you will ram them, then pack him over.
Seaweed farming is a business that comes with many challenges. Wilfred and his team of farmers stay strong during those tough times. Wilfred shares some of the challenges they face and how they are working to overcome them.
One of the key challenges is seaweed farmers don't have access to farm materials. That's one. Two, there is limited knowledge on how to do proper farming methods and then also producing high quality dried seaweed. And the other challenge is climate change in the farming sector, the continuous changing weather pattern. It really affects the plants and the farms, and there are a few times the rural farmers lost their products. So those are the challenges I identified. We overcome these challenges by first, in terms of farm materials, we have to talk with our buyers in Honiara to support us with ropes, nets, and plastic. And the changing weather pattern is beyond our control, but we have to be resilient through smart approach, which means when the plants are ready to harvest, we don't have to put them for another time. We have to do immediate harvest. The other thing is we are listening out to weather advice. When there is an advice that we will be having strong winds or cyclone or whatever, and then we have to immediately do the harvest from our farms. One of the main support that we need is from the government, bring key seaweed experts, train our seaweed farmers on how to improve seaweed quality, and also, if possible, the government need to support seaweed farmers by providing large quantity of seaweed farming materials, including boats and engine. Seaweed is an industry which has a direct impact on the rural citizen. So if the government inject resource in the seaweed sector, it means it inject resource directly to the people.
Seaweed farming in Rarumana is more than just a livelihood. It is a vision for a sustainable future, a future where the ocean is preserved and the community thrives.